We are still on day 10 of our 11-day Norwegian cruise and currently in Tauranga, New Zealand. We have just visited a kiwi fruit orchard in Tapuke and now on our way to Ngati Makino, located in the Bay of Plenty region. As we approached the area, our tour guide thoroughly explained the Ngati Makino culture and traditions and briefed us on what we need to do when we get there. Ngati Makino is a small Bay of Plenty Maori tribe known as the Little Tribe That Could. In this tour, we are immersed in the culture of Ngati Makino while visiting the Maori tribe's fortified settlement known as a pa. We are now in the Ngati Makino settlement. This is our tour guide briefing us as we get ready for the welcome ceremony.
There's still two things for which we will fight to die for. That is our woman and our land. Because without either we don't have a people. True. Women bring forth the next generation and the land sustains them. It's a little bit like the kiwi fruit. We only have one kiwi fruit per 4 to 6 females because the male doesn't bear any fruit. So we don't need as many and they just use up space. So similarly, when we go in to speak, it's the men that sit to the front and speak. And this is all to do with protection again. So this is why I say, you know, we get many people who are European and say, why do us women have to sit at the back? This is why. If there is any abuse, any disrespect, any verbal debate, it is for the men to protect the woman. That's why you're sitting at the back. The other reason a woman sits behind the man is they go, Daryl, don't forget to do this.
Little reminders.
So we sit at the back. So we'll be challenged by a warrior. He'll place down a peace offering. When I say it's okay to pick it up, bend down, pick it up.
There's a bee trying to get you.
That's okay. And
So
then
I just follow your lead.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the woman will call, welcoming us. I will reply on your behalf. You all to be able to see. Come,
Yes.
men to the sides, yeah, so that you can. So you're enveloping the woman. Yeah.
Notice the shaking of hands. This is a traditional Maori greeting that symbolizes the coming together of two groups, transforming visitors into one with the host.
Daryl, you and me go forward.
Go forward.
the Norwegian spirit go Canada e no America e. Karangamoy, karangamoy.
As our group moves forward, a chant is performed to express our purpose, acknowledge the hosts, and to show unity. The back and forth chanting is a ritualized dialogue designed to establish the authority of both the host and the visiting group. This is the meeting house, which is a sacred place representing an ancestor, making the removal of shoes as a sign of humility and reverence. Removing the shoes is a fundamental custom rooted in respect, spiritual safety, and cleanliness. Unfortunately, photography is restricted inside the meeting house. It is considered a living ancestor, and strict rules are enforced to protect its spiritual and cultural integrity. In the meeting room, as part of the welcome ceremony, each visitor touched their nose to each of the host's nose, symbolizing the mingling of breath of life and signifying unity, breaking down barriers between the host and the visitor. Once this is done, visitors are no longer considered strangers and are welcome as locals.
I got it from the past school. I'm 9 years old.
Those are all my nieces and my children.
And that's my sister.
Those two are my
Next, we get on the bus as a tribal member showed us around their seaside village. We learned about the history and daily life of the Ngati Makino people. We learned about their key agricultural activities that includes kiwi fruit farming, alongside with dairy farming and manuka honey farming. At the end of our bus tour, we were met by a tribe member who talked about traditional Maori healing and the medicinal properties of native plants.
Back in the day, the old people used to harvest.
Next, we are about to learn the hangi pit and the traditional method of cooking.
So a hangi is when you heat up volcanic rocks, which is those ones there. We don't use river stones or anything like that because they're full of little pockets of water or air, and then when you heat them up, they explode. And nobody likes to bite into their chicken and get a big piece of rock. So those stones there we got from a from a volcano over in that direction called Mount Tauranga. That we use that wood. Makes a really good smoky flavour to your meat. Or we'd use fruit woods as well. Much like any barbecue or smoking method, it does the same thing. It adds flavour to your thing. What we would usually put into a hangi, for an example, the last large hangi I did was for about 300 people. It was for my nephew's funeral, and it took up most of the space because a single layer hangi cooks faster and more thoroughly than a multiple layer hangi. The higher you stack it, the longer it takes to cook. Now when we put the food that we put into that hangi, we put a whole beast, so a whole cow, 6 sheep, 4 pigs, 20 chickens, and then all of the vegetables. And that was to feed 300 people.
Meat and vegetables are wrapped in leaves, usually flax leaves, and placed on heated stones, covered and steam cooked, often prepared during large gatherings.
We are about to have lunch.
At lunch, we were served with traditional foods while being entertained by live music. After lunch, we were brought to an area within the tribal grounds where we engaged with tribal members and participated in planting a manuka tree as a gesture of kinship.
They would plant different trees and things in certain areas, and those were to fulfill a job. With the tikoka, it was so that how you said you could eat the heart of the tikoka tree. It was a source of food. They retain water, so also hydrating. And the fronds, the leaves on them could be weaved into sandals. So you'd start your journey by a tikoka tree with this pair of sandals that you'd just weave. You'd walk to the next one, and by the time you got there, your shoe would have broken, so you needed to had a tree there to weave another one. So, what are your name? I'm going to get Janice to plant your tree. See, everything that I plant does not survive. That's why I get someone else to do it.
Okay, those little kids are doing somersaults down the hill. See one more. One.
On our way out, these happy, jolly kids caught my attention.
One at a time.
Okay. Woo! Oh my goodness. Okay, the two of you. Oh my god.
It brought back good memories of my childhood, which was a perfect experience to end our tour. That's all for now, and I hope you follow us in our next adventure. Thanks for watching.